pieces of this broken heart. He helps me to grow strong when things fall apart. He's the everlasting Father. He gives me all I ever need, and He keeps picking up the pieces. Yes, He watches over me. He keeps picking up the pieces of this broken heart. He helps me to grow strong when things fall apart. And He's the everlasting Father. He gives me all I ever need, and He keeps picking up the pieces. My Father watches over me, and He keeps picking up the pieces. My Father watches over me.
It's in the bulletin here. We have a beautiful dinner.
And the inspiration of the Almighty giveth them understanding. I'd like you to hear that again one more time. But there is a spirit in man, and the inspiration of the Almighty giveth them understanding. I guess I've been talking I pray not out of line. But I've just said some things within my heart the last week or so. And I don't feel like there's anything wrong with that, if it comes from the heart. But I've been wondering this morning, and you can answer this question for yourself, because the title of the sermon this morning is Searching for Answers. Searching for Answers. We need to dig deep here and expect miracles and expect God to have His way. There's real men this morning with real problems, and they're searching for real answers to life. I was sitting up here this morning, my wife comes out going through my jacket while I'm trying to pray. I don't know what she's doing. I looked at her and I kind of had an idea by looking at her in the face. I said, "Do you want my billfold?" She said, "Yes." What do I do? No questions. And I'm still wondering, so I'm going after her after church to find out what's going on here. But people have real questions, but they don't have the answers. I'd like to tell you this morning, and I'd like to share this with you this morning. God has all the answers, but He has the answers before the questions even arrive. According to the Bible, it said that in the old days, I don't know exactly what the old days are, I'm getting up there myself, but in the old days it said they went before the elders of the church, and they give ear to the elders of the church. And I believe when they give ear, that they also pray and they have respect for the house of God. It's good living with people that is in contact with God. It's good to live around prayer warriors. But I'd like to say this morning, as we work together, and each one of us has a need, we can go to each other and we can pray for each other. And I believe through this that God can help us and give us understanding and wisdom and knowledge according to the purpose. I pray that when we have a need, that somebody has an ear to listen. Yes. When we have a hurting heart, you know, a lot of times with people, there's people today that's crying out to tell somebody about their problem because that problem within their heart got so big and so large that they feel like they want to share it with somebody. And yet there's people today that feel like, I don't want to listen to your problems. I have enough of my own. And they walk away. But I'd like to tell you something this morning as brothers and sisters in Christ. We need to work with each other and care one for another. Hallelujah. We need to learn and lean upon Jesus. And a lot of times when Christ gives us the answer, it's not what we want to hear. You hear what I'm saying this morning? It's not what we want to hear, but it's best for you and me. Being a Christian this morning, I really believe that there's been times, if you've been a Christian very long, that you've asked God to help you and you've prayed about certain things, and the Lord said, if you want that done, you're going to have to do this, and you didn't want to do it, but you had to humble yourself and you had to wait upon God. There's times when the Lord has spoken to me and I said, oh God, I would rather you put me in a corner and beat me as for me to have to go through this. But God says you're going to do it anyhow. I don't know if you've been in that position or not. In Proverbs 20 and 27, it reads like this: the spirit of a man is the candle of the Lord, searching all the inward parts of the belly. I guess you know a lot of times when they talk about the belly, they talk at that time. Then I will hear from heaven and will forgive their sins and will heal their land. I faith and turn from their wicked ways. Then I will hear from heaven and will forgive their sins and will heal their land. That's what's wrong with the land today, the country today. We're not letting God have his way.
I'm standing in the presence of God. As I stand before you today, this is a commandment straight from the heart of Jesus Christ, that we might receive communion. As I stand before you today, when we receive our communion, we are to be pure in heart and pure in mind. And if there be any aught between us and God, that we ask the Lord to forgive us before we receive this communion. In other words, what I'm telling you this morning, we're in God's house and we're on holy ground. Oh, hallelujah. Hallelujah. Oh, praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. You may go ahead and serve the communion this morning if you like. Praise the Lord. I feel it an honor and a privilege this morning to be in the house of God. Bread and drink this cup, you do show the Lord's death till he come. Wherefore, whosoever shall eat this bread and drink this cup, the Lord unworthily, shall be guilty of the body and the blood of the Lord. But let a man examine himself, and so let him eat of that bread and drink of that cup. For he that eateth and drinketh unworthily eateth and drinketh damnation to himself, not discerning the Lord's body. For this cause many are weak and sickly among you, and many sleep. For if we would judge ourselves, we should not be judged. But when we are judged, we are chastened of the Lord, that we should not be condemned with the world.
And Jim, you could really sing with this guy. See,
Yeah, come on, Jim. Come on out and sing.
yeah, I want you to come out here and sing with Brother Butch.
Is that Jimmy Swagger?
Jimmy Dick's brother, I think. We call him Jim Dick.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, his name's Lloyd, but we call him Jim Dick. We used to sing at these places that we went to back when we weren't Christians, you know, at the jazz places. And he did that too, Jim.
Yeah.
But, yeah, you get out here, we're going to have you sing with him.
A lot of picking.
Right here at this place.
Good. A lot of picking and gritting.
And,
That's Arthur Chase right here.
here's another one of our guitar players here. And here's this right here. Now this guy, he rescues us every time we have a big dinner and there's no watermelon. He makes sure we get it.
The watermelon man.
I mean, that's my favorite person here.
We can do it.
Brother Smith.
I cheer you
And
on.
of course our drummer here. Does a great job.
They're all franchise.
There's the other guitar player right over there. Brother Smith. Right here.
How you doing?
And our pastor right here, Brother Anderson. Our beloved pastor here.
Hallelujah.
Some of our elder ladies here. Sometimes I give them a lift home. And this is Mr. Slover.
This is Sister Slover with her
He's
glass.
a live wire.
And this is Sister Slover without her glass. Sister Slover is going to retire September 23rd, and she will be 72 10 days after that.
Hey, is that a live wire for that age?
And it cost her a quarter of a year for that 10 days, and she was mad. And I love
You
her.
are bad though. Are you ready for lunch?
Yeah, I'm going to take mine home. Where's the communion?
Right through
Brother
there.
Kevin beats
Why
those
is
sticks
there?
in two
Pastor
about
just
once
took
every
it to
2
the back.
weeks.
I take it home.
Well, I know, honey, but I don't know what to tell you. I just work here.
Well, I guess that's enough, Jim. I'll catch you on the next scene here. Well, let me get Brother Bickley. He's taking this picture. He's one of my good buddies here too.
You saw me up for screaming and everything.
I got to get out where the light's not behind you. There. He ministers and also travels all over the country in his work. What does he do anyway, Brother Bickley?
I'm an engineer, electronics engineer.
Yeah, he travels all over, well, not all over the United States, all over the world. Japan, just about everywhere you mentioned, he's been there.
Korea, Japan,
But
Australia, New Zealand.
mainly, he's really serves God, and I'm sure wherever he goes, he's a witness for God.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we'll sign off for the moment here. I thought I was getting some a while ago, and I didn't get it.
Oh, it's working now. I see.
Yeah, this is Sister Black, a very good friend, a great person. We love her a lot. In here in the kitchen where we got a dinner going, and this is the kitchen area. You can't see much of it, there's so many people, but that's the kitchen back in there, and this is part of where we eat, and then we have another big dining place in the back.
Let's call dinner on the ground.
Majeski, her husband's not here today. Church, we got parking up front, but we also park back here. Our other building here. Hey, hey, the other guitar player.
Come on through.
Get that after a bit here. This will be filled up here in a few minutes. Butch is
I did all the
hard at it, doing all the work here.
I worked all day yesterday, Butch.
Dean didn't waste any time digging in here, I see. How you been, Dean?
Fine, sir. Who are we? Who you sending that to?
Butch, oh yeah, he did dig in. I started to say, well man, he's gonna have 3 times that much before he's done though.
Well,
Just showing some of the masking. Everybody getting dinner. I wasn't eating because Tess is not here today. I was just kind of getting some pictures. Yeah, that's one of our more delicate shots there. The only one in church that can have a contest with me on how much we eat.
Colin, my man.
He's pretty good on the watermelon too.
Oh, not as good as you are. No, this guy's professional. Right on, Coach. Right
Well,
on.
Smith, here. That's my car there, by the way. That's the old Mercury. That's the old Mercury there.
She said there's one.
A lot of people clear down. I was just going to show you this area.